Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this very second episode of the C.A.L podcast. We are about to have some fun today, and I'd like my guest, as usual, to introduce himself to let the folks know who he is.
The name's Gas, IG beatsbygas, 23, because I'm the Michael Jordan of the trap game.
Let's get it. You heard it here first. So, my boy, as a producer, I'd like to start us off like real nice, something real smooth.
Okay.
What is a beat?
A beat is an instrumental that an artist can already visualize as soon as it comes on. Because there's a difference between a beat and a record. A beat, anyone can just get a beat and freestyle on it, have fun. But a record is something you're going to record on that. You're going to make a song, a cohesive piece of art.
Most definitely.
You feel me?
Lovely stuff, my boy. Thank you very much for that. Because, some people just think of producers as just beat makers,
Nah, there's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference.
A producer and a beat maker. A producer cares about the whole song.
Of course, yeah.
The beat and the vocals, as well as the songwriting and all that. A beat maker just cares about making a good beat, whether the song was bullshit or not.
Right, yeah.
That's the difference right there between those two.
Thank you very much for that. Okay, I hope that enlightens, the folks at home.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, there must be that one beat, my boy, that you still listen to till this day. Maybe you could have heard it maybe when you were still a kid, like young as hell, but it still gives you goosebumps every time you listen to that one.
Yeah.
What is that one beat for you?
Still Dre.
Oh, let's get it.
Once them keys come in, you scored storage on them keys, boy.
Yeah, lovely stuff, my boy. Okay, now, my boy, Still Dre. Any other beat maybe that you think, does the most for you?
A couple Kanye records too,
Yeah.
But I'd like to focus on my records.
Of course, yeah.
The beat that I just made last week, that was giving me thrills today.
Lovely.
Feel me?
And on that note, do you give your beats names as soon as you've got them? Or maybe do they have a name from inception of like the beat making?
Nah, it's just a number.
Okay.
Like beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, like the amount of beats I made, that's how I number it. Like right now,
I see.
Like, for the year, it's like beat 450 this morning. That's how it is. Like just the amount of beats I made, that's how we name them.
Oh, lovely.
No names at all.
I see. So you never get that urge to maybe like name them, or they mean something to you at a specific moment in your life?
Now it means something to me, but I don't have to like give it a
titles.
Name,
you don't title them.
Sentimental to me to like.
Right.
I'm a call that's the lady or what. Nah, it ain't none of that.
I hear you. Okay, that's lovely, my boy. Because I just wanted to get into the mind of the producer, because you've made some really beautiful stuff that you've made me listen to. So I just wanted to get into the mental of how you come across the beats, how the whole process starts, without making it seem boring. Like, what's your process? How do you make music? I just wanted to get into the mind of things.
The funny thing is the process is never the same. You never draw inspiration from like the same thing.
Right, yeah.
I might hear an old school record and draw inspiration from that, or I might take a walk,
I
something might happen on the block or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
Get inspiration from that too. So it's like you always draw from different like elements of life.
I got you.
And I feel like that's just how it is, not just with producing, but with any art
with anything.
Form. Life is gonna inspire you.
Most definitely.
That's how it is for me.
Yeah. Okay. That's lovely, my boy. And do you have maybe a beat or something that you've produced that you found like really, really difficult to sort of put together? And maybe how long did that take you to put everything like finally together with that one specific sound that you were trying to go for, maybe master, and then it wasn't like coming quite together at the time, but it took you eventually got it. You're like, okay.
When you still had the sharp
Yeah.
There, and then I played you DC2 Trill.
Right. Yeah.
You like jazz music, and DC2 Trill was like on that jazz.
Yeah, of course.
Stuff. So going on, I wasn't making that before I played it for you.
I see.
So you liking jazz and all that, I went home, I listened to some jazz records, stepped out of my comfort zone, and you know, fucked around, made a couple beats. I wasn't liking them until one day I came to the shop and I played you a song. And you were so drawn to the beat that you were like, fuck the lyrics on the song.
I still think
like,
about that beat to this day, bro.
That's when I knew, okay, this is what can happen if I step out of my comfort zone for real and not just make hardcore shit all the time.
I see. Okay, now that's lovely, my boy, because I didn't know that it took you, because for me it seemed like it's just something that came to you at that moment, because how it sounded didn't seem like it took you that long.
Was that beat like anything else I've played?
No, at all.
See?
At all.
Outside of my comfort zone.
It was definitely outside of your comfort zone.
Everything else I played was just hardcore, like straight dark.
Right.
And all that. So
I see.
Like when I went groovy with it, it even made me, it gave me some feeling too, like this is something.
It was pretty
you
groovy.
Could smoke one to it.
It was hella.
It was hella groovy.
Hella groovy.
Yeah.
I see. And you mentioned something while we're still on that topic of like that beat that took you to some time to make. So on that topic, what drew you to that sound that you were making initially? What drew you to like make those sorts of beats? What drew you to that sound specifically?
On everything I love, I saw your reaction to DC Two Trill. And your love for jazz music. I was like, shit, I can't just be making something I love. Let me make something that folks don't fuck with. Of course, you know. And when I played it for you and saw your reaction, that's when I knew if I don't make what I just like, if I make what the people like,
of course,
that's what's gonna make me the people's champ. Right there.
Lovely stuff.
For the fact that you even still texted me like till this day about that one beat.
Just that one beat. You got me. No, that's lovely stuff, my boy. Thank you for sharing that, bro.
You know, so you was the inspiration behind that.
Okay, I hear you. Great stuff. And so now I want us to move it to some conversations that we've had offline.
Okay.
So before meeting you, I had literally like 1% info maybe about who Nipsey Hussle is.
Okay.
Right? Before I had met you. Okay. I'd heard about him, but I didn't pay that much attention to him. So now my question is for you, like, I've not met someone who speaks up as much about Nipsey Hussle as you. Like even before you or even after meeting you still, there's no one that like reps Nipsey Hussle like to that point. So who is Nipsey Hussle, bro? And what does he represent for you, Rupert, specifically? You know, who is the man?
Nup is inspiration, Nup is motivation, and Nup is dedication. You know, that was him as a person, his brand. And to me, honestly, when I put on a Nup record or whatever, it's like putting on a Pac record or whatever. That's big, bro.
Of course.
That's like Pops. It's like when you put it on, anytime you put on a song, and it's like the niggas right there next to you, talking to you, giving you the game. That's when you know it's real music.
Beautiful.
You know? So that's when you feel that connection to it too. You feel me? And that's the connection I feel to it. It's like the connection I feel to Pac and all the other niggas. Like I was telling the other guy off camera. Like if you spit something real that niggas can relate to. Right. And niggas is loving off of that word like it's the Bible.
Of course,
That's when you know you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Most definitely.
So to conclude that, like, Nup was the people's champ, folks. Like,
I got you.
That's what I could say about Cuz without, you know, going into too much detail.
Feel free. We've got the time, my boy. Get into as much detail as you possibly can.
That's all I'm
You can even cry. You allowed to cry. On this one, you're allowed to cry, my boy.
Hell nah, nigga. Hell nah.
But I'd love for you to get into detail, my boy. I'd love for you to get into, like, what does Nipsey Hussle represent for you? Like, the first time you heard a Nipsey record, like, what did that mean for you?
It meant everything to me because the thing about it is like this, everything you go through, because in life you're going to go through ups, downs, muddles. It's like a roller coaster.
Of course,
You know, so even with Cuz, it's like through every situation, every aspect of the game.
Right.
It's like he holding your hand, walking you through it.
Most definitely. Yeah.
He's telling you about like not the fake homies. He's telling you save up your money. He's telling you don't act like a bitch and expect to get saved. You know.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like that. He's telling you this.
Yeah.
And these is emotions that you feel in your heart too.
In your heart as well.
The type of conversations you have with yourself looking in the mirror.
Right.
That's the shit that's coming through the speaker when Nub speaks. You
lovely
know?
stuff.
That's what he is to me. That's big, bro. That's Unc. That's like a nigga daddy. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
That's what that is.
Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. And so, like the first time you heard, what was the song that drew you to Nipsey Hussle? What was that record?
The one. So it was the first time I heard him, it wasn't even on his song. It was like it was a feature, and it was "Stay Scheming." Rick Ross, Stanley, and Nub.
Yeah.
And his verse was the most powerful on like the entire song. Like.
I see.
So when I heard that, I knew I had to check him out on like a personal level. Because if your verse is that powerful on someone else's shit, I can imagine what you do on your own shit.
Of course, yeah.
And when I pressed play, I believe the mixtape was like, it must have been the Slauson Boy 2 mixtape.
Okay.
Yeah. But everything after that, man, it was history. It was like putting popcorn. You don't need to, you know, you can just put one song on and fall in love. That.
Lovely stuff. And just before we got online, you were saying something about the song, the rules. I didn't quite get that. Like, what are those rules? Because you seem so excited about those.
The rules, those was Nub giving you the rules to the game. For all of y'all that got the game fucked up. You know, rule number 1, don't act like a bitch trying to get saved. Rule number 2, step your game up and get that dust off your shoulder, keep going. Rule number 3, don't chase pussy. There's nothing in it for you, my nigga. After you bust your nut, it's through. You back broke. Rule number 4, save your money, because at the end of the day, the money's gonna save you.
Of course.
Those was the 4 rules to the game.
Damn.
The most important rules. I could share more with you, but those are the most important rules.
Okay, lovely stuff. I'm saying, so now with those rules, which one do you resonate most with?
Not acting like a bitch trying to get saved, because I don't have my hand out for nobody.
Of course, yeah.
You know, I'm a man like you a man. You have 24 hours like I have 24 hours.
Most definitely.
I can do for myself like you do for yourself. And another rule is saving your money.
Yeah.
You know, don't nobody want to be broke. Spend your whole check the day before, you know, today, and now you broke. Now you head itching. Pockets on lunch.
Yeah. I hear you.
You see, so it's like those are just genuine rules to love by. So putting on that song and, you know, hearing that again, it's like a reminder. Stay true to the game.
Stay true to the game. Most definitely. And more rules. You could add more rules, my boy. You said there's more. I'd like to hear that.
Now those was the 4 rules from those songs. Other rules like those are personal rules I love.
You live by. Yeah, you can dive deeper into that, my boy.
I already gave them 4 rules, nigga. Shit. Niggas can go figure it out for them damn selves. Shit.
We tried to figure it out. Niggas might not know. Put us on game, my boy.
Okay, I'm gonna
put us on. Act like I don't know jack shit. Act like I don't know shit. Act like I don't know shit, my boy. Put us on game. That's what we came for. These are the conversations we should be having. You know, this is the game a nigga needs to know.
I'm gonna give you one more rule.
Yes, sir.
One more rule, and I'm gonna give you this rule.
Yeah.
Because this is what butt me in the ass multiple times.
You
know, trust nobody. You know, keep your enemies close. Watch your homies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because with an enemy, you're gonna see the attack coming. You know you're on opposite sides of the fence. Not with your homeboy. The closest ones to you gonna do you in.
I see, my boy. But don't you think? Okay, just to push back a bit on that, because maybe it might not resonate as much with me. Because what if I'd like to have people around me? Won't that be causing for levels of unnecessary anxiety, perhaps? You know, paranoia, that sort of thing. If I'm always constantly like thinking that, you know, someone might be out to get me, don't you think that's maybe a cause for like unnecessary paranoia or anxiety, that sort of stuff?
Nah, that's just to say you on your P's and Q's, you staying on your pivot to avoid something from happening to you. I was comfortable. Shit happened to me more than once.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why now it's like I wasn't nigga got PTSD. I'm expecting the worst before I expect the best out of a nigga, and it's just like that.
Yeah.
It's just like that. I'm expecting you to do me dirty before I expect you to do me clean.
To do you clean.
Straight up, just like that.
Yeah, man. You've just touched on something that's pretty, sensitive, and I would say pretty like prevalent in the hood. You know, niggas are just constantly on that edge, constantly thinking, nah, someone finna do the worst to them. You know?
And that's the way they should be.
Do you think that's the same downfall that maybe Nipsey had?
Nah, the downfall Nup had was thinking that everyone is happy for you because you're doing for the community what other people don't do, what other rappers and all them don't do for the community.
Most definitely.
And Nup spoke on that too. It's like this in the hood, bro. It's like we all faced with the same circumstances, you know. We all have the exact same situations we facing. All of us niggas in this room right now.
Yeah.
We all facing the exact same drama.
Got you.
But now the thing is, if all of us in this room, if only one nigga makes it, there's gonna be a nigga in the room that's thinking, damn, how the fuck did room make it? But we also faced with the exact same shit. How was he able to overcome? And that's the crab in the bucket mentality, you know. And all it takes is for one nigga to get jealous and envious. Then motherfuckers is in jail and bleed.
I see.
That's how it is. So that's the mistake Nup made. Thinking that everyone's gonna be happy for you because you're doing for the people.
For the people.
You know?
Damn.
And that's the same thing that happened to Christ. He sacrificed for the people. And the own people did him how they did him. That's why when I make the Nup and Jesus comparison, people get all, but it's the exact same thing.
Right.
It's your own people that do you.
I see. Yeah. Most definitely. Now, I think what happens maybe when you make the Christ and Nipsey analogy is that people are thinking, wait, how can you be comparing Nipsey to Jesus Christ? You know, Nipsey was not like that big. He's not that iconic, you know. So why would you make that comparison in the first place?
Was Jesus big before he passed away?
I have no idea, my boy. I'm not Christian.
Jesus got worldwide big after he passed away. That's what happens to these rappers. Nup wasn't as big.
Yeah, most definitely.
After he passed away, Cuz won Grammys. He's on the world stage. All of that. They love you when you're gone.
When you're gone. Jeez, yeah, man, that's crazy stuff, bro.
It's like that. It's like that. And I just say that to say, like, bro, as a nigga, you can make it out, do what you do.
Okay.
But don't ever think that everyone is gonna be happy for you. That's the one mistake. Don't ever think that.
I want to say something.
Yes, sir. You'd like to say something, Uncle?
On behalf of
No, can you come through? Okay. Yeah, okay, so you can just quickly introduce yourself and then, take it from there. You can just add in whatever you'd like to add in.
Rolling or?
It's still rolling. We're still on. We're still online.
All right, hey, how's everybody out there?
Yes, sir.
Let me introduce myself. I am Mr. Fungula, Formula One, Stemai. I'm from Africa, Oakland, California.
Yeah.
Boy, let me just be brief about that.
The heart of the 510, baby.
Yeah, so I grew up in Oakland. I'm originally from Congo, the DRC, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
got an international human here today.
I didn't have my experiences. Let me just say I'm an MC Hammer boy.
Yeah.
I'm an MC Hammer boy. Yeah, because I grew up all over Oakland. While I was in West Oakland.
Yes, sir.
I encountered MC Hammer a few times, me and some of my homeboys, when he was rehearsing at the Continental Club years back in Oakland, California, in West Oakland.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm from Africa, Oakland, California. And those of who know Oakland, know that Oakland is a revolutionary city. To be exact.
Thank you very much,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm here with y'all today. I'm here with y'all today. You know, just to let y'all know that I'm all about the culture. You know, I grew up in the culture. You see, because as a matter of fact, I arrived in the United States at the age of 2 years old after my pops brought us all down, me, my brothers and sisters, my moms, everybody, to California, to Oakland. And like I said, I'm all about the culture, you know, so all my life, I've been putting in for the culture. I'm an all-around artist. I'm a comedian. I'm more into the music. You know, I get down a little dance hall too. If not.
Yes, sir. Lovely.
You know, so like I said, I'm all around.
Yeah.
But like I said, what I came to show y'all is that you see this here is the fly.
That's that merchandise.
Yeah, so that's that merch. It's a hand in a jet form, in a fighter jet form. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about the fight. You know? So yeah.
And niggas taking flight too.
So
yes, sir.
This is a hip hop brand. You know, as far as me myself, I'm putting it out forth due to the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because we need this. Our culture is rich. You know, just to further show you what it looked like. Y'all can see it right there. It's a hand in a jet form, and this is the way it's done. You gotta have your middle finger kind of like, you know.
Yeah. Could you please just pass me the beanie there? All right. Yeah, just like to explain to folks at home, like the quality is also outstanding. Yeah. It's really great stuff.
Yeah, let me show y'all, you know, just a few samples here, you know what I'm saying, ladies, you know what I'm saying, we got some for you.
Yes, sir. Are those tight?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, no, they ain't exactly tight, you know, like a track suit.
And I just want to say this,
for the ladies.
All you niggas out there that say you pushing a brand or whatever, y'all folks don't have a whole catalog. You know what I'm saying?
We can show you know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Here you go right there.
Yeah.
We can have it done however you want it to be done. It's all part of the hip hop culture.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Really
okay, so just while you still, you know, showing the folks what's going on with the merchandise, like what's the idea behind the logo? Because the logo is, I really like the logo very much. So what is the idea behind the whole fly?
Yeah, so this is a hand in a jet form.
Yes, sir.
Why? Because everybody want to live that high life. I mean, even if you're in the village or you from, you know what I'm saying, I don't know where you from, or the gutters or the slums or whatever it may be.
Everybody want that piece of the dream.
Up there.
Yes, sir.
And that's real. So, you know what I'm saying, as far as my ways of inspiration and how I thought about it, I'm like, nah, it's got to be in the jet form. You know, because hip hop, for me, that's the way I describe it. Hip hop is jet, like Rakim said. Was it Rakim? Yeah, Rakim said, I kept a hole in the speaker, pull a plug, they're not jet. You know, I kept that, man. Rakim, if you out there, man, I kept that. I kept that, man. I kept that. I kept a hole.
Hit us up, Rakim. Got a fan.
And I made the jet, man.
That's up.
It's part of the culture.
Yeah. And so how long?
It's a hip hop brand.
How long has the brand existed?
I've been having it, you know. I've been having it. I've been having it since I was a lighty, since I was a child, since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of odd how the inspiration came to me.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be another story. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that for the best.
Yeah.
You know, they always say the best for last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna get an exclusive for that one, nigga.
And so, you know what I'm saying? I've been having it as a child. It was just a hand.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how do you make a plane? Oh, it's like this. You know, you got your middle finger got to be a little bit out.
Yeah.
And then you use your two other fingers as wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And there it is.
Okay. So you figured that out by yourself, or did someone like teach you that?
Well, it was inspired in an odd way.
Okay.
It was inspired in a very odd way when I was a child. I had an odd experience. Like I said, I want to get all profound about it. But this inspiration came to me in a very odd way. I damn near died.
Damn.
Man, I don't lie to y'all. I damn near died, but...
Wait, you damn near died because of the clothing?
No, this idea. Yeah.
Or the inspiration.
Yeah, the inspiration of this idea.
Right.
How it came to me. Y'all probably wouldn't have saw me. I probably would have died, you know what I'm saying, in the classroom.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, you know what I'm saying, that story right there, how it really came about is it's a bit exclusive right now.
I see.
Right now.
Yeah.
But this is a hip hop brand. It's for the hip hop culture. It's called Fly. It's FLY. You can see right here the jet how the words are FLY. Fly legendary youth.
Okay.
Fungula's legendary youth.
Got you.
Like they said, you always got to use your name. If Gucci, that's your name, then
I see.
That's how we come.
Yeah. And now, since you just introduced yourself not too long ago, you mentioned that you did, in your little description, you mentioned that you did some comedy. So, how did that come about? How did the comedy aspect come about?
I've always been...
Okay, before we get to that, sorry to just jump in. Before we get to that, now people at home might be a little bit taken aback by your accent. Your accent is
that's
really,
because it's
really...
the heart of the 5-1.
Yeah, so explain your origin story, because you did say that you're from America, and how did you end up in SA? How did that come about? Because people, I'm sure they'd love to know that, because your accent is really hardcore American.
Okay, as far as the accent, like I said, I'm from the DRC originally.
Yeah.
I'm from the DRC. I'm from Africa originally. I'm African.
Yeah.
I was taken by my father and, the whole family, my mother, brothers and sisters, everybody. We had moved over to America.
Awesome.
On the behalf of my father and his work. So we ended up moving to America, to California, to Oakland.
Yeah.
I was only 2 years old. All I remember is the plane, the Golden Gate Bridge. I saw the lights. And I remember that lobby at the airport, the one in New York, Candlestick. And, that right there, gave me like a lot of inspiration.
Awesome.
Already as a child, if I think back to that, it gave me a lot of inspiration. And, you can see that, no, this is another world. I ain't gonna lie, since that time when I was a child, Arrival, at that time was like the predator, he's coming.
Yeah.
And as a child, I looked at the plane window and I saw, hey, this, man, I'm telling you, man, it's something else. So, just to get in, as we got in, we got in comfortable, with the city and Oakland and all that. Of course, I was a child, I'm going to kindergarten, I'm all my schooling I'm doing over there. So obviously, this accent can never go away. My childhood, like they say, your childhood is what you remain with, what you keep, what you soak up. Like E40 says, so get up, boy. These are the things you need to know. I soaked up, you know what I'm saying? Let me just say slang. Yeah, I soaked up the slang language.
I see.
Yeah, because if you say English, no.
So, okay, while we're on the slang, topic, have you soaked up some of the South African slang, maybe? Have you soaked any of that up?
Yeah, since I've been here, what's I'm afraid to?
Okay.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? We all free, man. We all for you.
Yes, sir.
This here, man, is for you. This here is an African brand.
Yeah.
African brand. Me, I'm from Africa. This is for my people all over the world.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking nobody out, though. Whatever race you are, we love you too. Everybody want to fly. Everybody want to fly, man.
Lovely stuff.
So, but as far as me being here, because I remember you asked me, as far as me how I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I was in the fast life. I was in the fast lane. I was in the fast lane. I was fast. I was drug dealer. I carried guns as a child. That was childhood.
Right,
folks,
yeah.
That's the exclusive right there.
Yeah.
No, for free, uncle.
I was, you know what I'm saying? But I'm grown to that.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Before we continue, you're not a fugitive or anything.
No, I ain't no fugitive.
Awesome.
And
I think we're
giving you the scoop.
Yes, sir.
I grew up just to be. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to get into any crazy things.
Folks ain't glorifying none of this. Folks ain't glorifying none of this.
We're not glorifying
what his past life was. And what the fuck is going on today.
Right.
You understand how we got the game over there and how we used the game that he got from the fast lane to the legit lane.
Yes, sir.
That's how we gonna do that right there, nigga.
Thank you very much. That's lovely. Yeah, because I just wanted people to get a background of who you are, explaining the brand as well, because those things usually merge into one another. So it's just giving people an idea of who you are, what you represent, and of course the clothing,
Yeah, this is a hip hop brand. It's called Fly Legendary Youth. Fungula's Legendary Youth. It's vice versa. Fly Legendary Youth. Fungula's legendary youth, you always got to put your name.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing.
That's lovely stuff.
Yeah, so this is a hip hop brand. It's an African hip hop brand.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so yeah, just on that note, we'd like to take a low break. We will be back though to chop it up once again with my guests. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second segment of the C.A.L. podcast. Just before we went on the low break, we had Uncle introducing to us his clothes, where he's from, the whole idea of the merchandise. So now I just like Mr. Rudy Roo here to let you know how you can get in contact with the clothes if you'd like to order, how you can place orders through him. And I will make sure that all the links and are in the description of the video. There you go, sir.
Now, you know, if you're interested in purchasing any of the items, you know, my nigga Dayo had presented to y'all, you know, you could catch Cuz on his Facebook, Kunde Fungula, you know, you could get me on my Instagram, beatsbygas 23, you know, and I'll shoot the business straight to him, you know, and just like that.
Awesome stuff. Thank you very much. Now, continuing. We'd like to move into hood politics, you know, because I've spoken a lot with my boy here, Mr. Rudy Roo, about the hood, about the block, you know, and I've got some insightful stuff from him, you know, eye-opening stuff. Yeah. And so then I'd like us to move in that direction now, because we've spoken about what a beat is, production, Nipsey Hussle, and Nipsey Hussle was a great segue, you know, to sort of move into like hood politics now, what it is like in the hood. And so now, do you think there's any point, my boy, any point at all in saving the hood? And I know this implies that the hood needs saving. So maybe we could start there. Like, do you think the hood needs saving as a beginning? What do you think should be happening?
When you say save the hood, what you mean by save the hood? Like,
I'm coming at it from like a more intellectual and maybe emotional perspective, like what we should be doing right even more, because
as a people,
yeah, most definitely, my boy. You know, maybe we should start there. Do you think like we should be elevating ourselves intellectually, emotionally? Now I'm just thinking of it straight up hood, the neighborhood, you know.
Well, I'll say this, you know, before saving the neighborhood, one has to check within himself.
Of course.
You know, you were speaking on the intellect and the emotional shit. So what I would say is niggas need to educate themselves.
Of course.
You know, on a major scale. Like educating yourself doesn't mean going to school. You could self-educate.
Most definitely.
Pick up a book and read. You know, get some information.
Most definitely.
You know, and as far as the emotional side of things, folks just gotta have emotional maturity, you know.
I got you.
Be mature enough to not act on emotion, because that's what's killing our people. Most niggas is acting on emotion.
All the time.
You bump into a nigga, whether you feel some type of way emotionally, next thing you know, that's the last person you bump into. You know?
Yeah.
But there ain't no saving the hood. Cause why niggas don't own the hood? The white man owns the hood. We just dying on the corners and fighting over the corners that they own. You know, folks is making profit out of our misery. So there ain't no saving the hood. There's just saving yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how many niggas tried to save the hood? Look at Nup. Perfect example. Folks could have opened his store in Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive and all that. He wanted to do that there to show you how big his heart was. Just to show you the thank you he got. You know?
I hear you, my
folks
boy.
Lost his life in the same place that he tried to save it. So it's
most
like,
definitely.
There ain't no saving the hood. You know? And the funny thing is, it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
If you a nigga that makes it and you come back, they're gonna rob you and all that, folks. They're gonna do
oh my goodness.
But if you make it and you don't go and you leave the hood, now you're not real no more. Oh no, he Hollywood, he left the hood, he left us behind.
Yeah.
Look at him now, he must have big time.
I see. But don't you think if enough of us do that, maybe become successful in whatever respect or profession that we might have. Don't you think if enough of us do that and maybe pour back resources into the hood, that could be a way of, saving it?
That's the problem. Niggas aren't organized as a people. That's why we lack organizational structure. Niggas can get together and go gang bang. We can all go claim a certain set.
Yeah.
And then another group of niggas all go claim a certain set. But we can't come together, pull our resources together and own a block.
Yeah.
Own a building, own businesses. Niggas can't do that.
Can't do that.
Niggas only get together when it's beneficial for them.
Right, for them.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing. As niggas, we the most influential people out there. As black and brown, we the most influential people
most
out
definitely.
there. What we say goes, the whole world is gonna follow.
Most definitely.
If we our slang, they gonna speak our slang. The way we walk, they gonna walk how we walk.
This is facts.
They gonna dress how we dress.
This is facts, yeah.
All of that, but we don't own nothing. Niggas don't own the NBA. Niggas don't own the NFL. Them Jewish people own that.
Yeah. This is
so true. Niggas come together for all the wrong and the right reasons, but not the good ones. Like, let's own the NBA.
Of course, yeah.
How many players out of the NBA? That niggas making hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
All they need is about the best 2 teams in the league. Niggas to put their money together and they can own the league.
Of course, yeah.
LeBron could be a big ass shareholder in the league and all that, but no.
Yeah.
Folks are only gonna come together to play as a unit on the court. Once they're off the court, it's back to diverse, no unity again.
Yeah. And now you are spitting game, my boy, and thank you very much for that. I'd just like to understand where this whole road of realizing stuff really began for you. Where does it stem from? Like being enlightened or seeing things from a different perspective, or more, what would you say? Yeah, enlightened perspective. Like, how important is that for you?
An enlightened perspective. I don't think I'm enlightened. I just think that I see through the bullshit. Enlightened, because I don't love like I'm enlightened people. Don't smoke. They don't drink.
Right. No. I'm not. Look, I wouldn't say enlightened people are of a certain kind of living. They live in a certain way. Like they don't drink. They don't smoke. But it's about, I think, observation and seeing what maybe people are not seeing. That's what I
observation is thus when you come outside your house, what's the one thing that you see the most on the block?
Well, okay,
what's the one thing you see the most on the block? There's more taverns, bottle stores.
Okay.
Then there's like clinics and pharmacies.
Of course,
Why is that? It's a trap. That's why folks made trap music. Because it's a trap. You loving in a trap, and niggas aren't aware of it.
I didn't even know that. I thought.
And you know what white people call the trap? They call it the inner city. When we really the outer city, because we left out of every fucking thing.
I hear
we
you.
Left out of healthcare. We left out of fucking education. All of that we left out. They say we the inner city. We the outer fucking city, nigga.
This is true, my boy. This is true. So, like on that trap thing, because that just blew my mind. I did not know at all that's what trap meant. I thought it had a completely different meaning.
The term trap comes from niggas feeling that they trapped. There's no way out this bitch unless you
or like
die.
The ends in the UK, how they came to that.
It's a trap because it's like it's a certain parameter that's the neighborhood.
I see.
Outside of that parameter, it's the outer city.
The outer city, yeah.
You see?
I see.
So obviously folks wake up every day, damn, and that oppression, that's why we killing each other too. All that built up animosity and all that you feeling, you getting harassed by police, getting beat down and all types of shit. Now what you gonna do? You're not gonna retaliate and fight back against the police.
Right,
now you're gonna go take that anger out on the next brother.
On the next brother you see. Most definitely.
That's why we killing each other. That's why niggas is gang banging. It's tribes. Niggas wanna belong to something. Other than niggas ain't getting love at home or all that, so they get it in the streets.
Yeah.
Even though that same love could be the reason that they killed and all that, but
and so maybe there's like a problem with the sense of belonging there. Because looking for a place to belong, there's nothing wrong with that, but the place where you finally decide, okay, this is where I belong now. You see, maybe we should be looking more at that, because the places of belonging that most guys, I would say, you know, our age and even younger, maybe.
It's not the place of belonging. It's more so the group of people where you feel the belonging.
Where you feel in the belonging, yeah.
Because with gang members, I'll tell you this: niggas started tribes because why? At home, it's a broken home.
Of course, yeah.
So now what? You're gonna go on the block and you know, let's say every nigga in this room. Let's say we all a gang.
Yeah.
You know. My mom is strung out on crack or whatever. Your folks is probably going through the same thing, because everybody folks going through the same thing. So it's like, damn, we the only real family we have.
Most definitely.
You see, it's that sense of belonging.
I hear you.
You feel me? But
yeah,
that's just it's again, bro. Niggas is playing into the system set for them to fail.
Most definitely. And so, where do you think the education should be starting, my boy? Like for us as a collective now, you know, maybe not even just to save the hood, but to start with self, as you had already described. Where do you think the education should be starting for the self?
Education itself should start with knowledge of self. You have to know who you are under the sun first.
Most definitely.
If you know 100% who the fuck you are under the sun, nothing out there can influence you that you don't want to be influenced by.
Most definitely.
You know, so if you know who you are, then you know what you're gonna want. You know, 9 times out of 10, niggas don't know who they are. Niggas don't know what they want. You know, that's why niggas is dying before they find their purpose out here. Kids getting killed, gang banging and all types of shit. They don't know themselves. They in a rush to be G's.
Most definitely. Yeah, and so because just taking on that knowledge of self topic, right? This knowledge of self thing, it might mean a different thing to like a lot of people. Because coming at it from my African perspective, when someone says you should know yourself, immediately where my head goes is to, I should know about my ancestors, my clan names, you know, like what sort of bloodline I followed, that sort of thing. And so
that's knowing your roots, not knowing yourself. That's knowing where you come from, not knowing who you are and where you going.
Of course, yeah.
You know, it's important to know. You see, the thing is, if you know where you come from, that's even better for you to know who you are and where you going.
Of course, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why Cuz said he from the DRC, he moved to Oakland, he knows himself where he's going.
Where he's going.
All the way from the background to where he's at to the future.
Yeah.
You know?
I see.
Me too. I know myself.
Yeah.
Shit, if I never knew myself, I'd be gang banging or on drugs or selling that shit.
Yeah.
Straight up. But I know that's not the route for me. That's just what the fuck is gonna come down to if all else fails. And I hope all else don't fail. Shit,
we all hope so, my boy. We all hope so, my G. And so this might not be important now, but do you think it's more important to know where you're coming from or to know where you're going? Which one of the two would you say is more important?
Both. Because if you don't
equally as important.
They're both equally as important. Because if you don't know where you're coming from, you have no sense of direction where you're going.
Yeah.
You just in between. You don't know if you're coming or going.
Most definitely.
It's like being drunk. You go in, you 2 step back, and you just stand a little bit. You know, that's how the shit is, bro. That's how the shit is. But niggas have to educate themselves. Pick up a book. You know, go to the library, educate yourself. Education ain't for suckers.
All right, my boy. We were still, you know, trying to wrap up this whole hood politics topic. And so now I wanted to ask you, like, what is the black and colored community getting wrong, you know? And also, what are they getting right? Because there must be something that we're getting right, you know, something that will move us, you know, into a positive future. So, you know, you can just hit me with your best there.
What we getting wrong is we biting into the trap set by those above us, which is the man and all that.
Yeah.
You know, niggas is biting all into those traps. We gang banging, killing one another.
I see.
A woman is doing prostitution, we drug dealing, all the crazy shit, we biting into it.
Most definitely.
You know, but what we getting right is We the culture. Shit, we what everybody wants to follow, what everyone wants to be like.
Of course, yeah.
You know, if we could just unite in more things than just being the culture, then shit, niggas around the world.
Yeah.
Niggas
Lovely
would
stuff.
run the world for real, though.
Yeah, okay.
Niggas would run that bitch.
Ah, that's beautiful, my boy. So the one thing that we are getting right is the culture. And so we just
because that's what we have. Niggas have culture, you know. Even though as a colored, you know, we don't have no ancestral culture, you know.
Of course, yeah.
But niggas got culture and shit in different ways.
Right, yeah.
You feel me? Niggas got culture.
And so I've sort of like bookmarked that for the next time you do come through, my boy, because I'd love to get into the whole topic of being a colored, what it means for you, you know, the sort of ancestry, everything like in between that, you know, the whole thing. But that we can get into the next time around that you do come, because it's been a lovely conversation and I've enjoyed every single, you know, second of it. It's definitely, I'm looking forward to sitting with you much more. And of course, coming through as uncle next time, then, you know, we can chop it up, the whole American accent. People are going to love that. Definitely, it's got to come through.
Nah, thank you for having me. Thanks for having my homeboys too. You know, you never know. Y'all motherfuckers might get lucky. I might convince cuz drop a freestyle or some comedy on y'all.
That's
stand
lovely.
up. It's just like that.
Yeah, and so where can the people connect with you? And what are you working on now? Like, what can we look forward to, my boy, in terms of the production? Anything crazy in the pipeline?
What I'm working on right now is a full catalog of all different sounding sounds. Like I have a sound that's not out yet, and I'm the only one with it, and I'm so scared to put it out because I know y'all niggas.
We need an exclusive here on the C.A.L, bro.
You know,
we need an exclusive.
Now, most definitely, y'all gonna get an exclusive, but that's what I'm working on. You know, the beat game's on a whole new level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, me and Cuz gonna do a mixtape here, Dayo. Gonna have him on some West Coast shit.
Right.
You know, I'm a G-Funk it. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how we coming. But you can catch me on Instagram if you want to peep the work. beatsbygas 23. You know, I got links in the bio if you want to purchase any type of instrumentals. You feel me? R&B, hip hop, trap. We're not doing none of that house or piano. But I ain't knocking y'all though. It's just I ain't liking it.
Yes, sir. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an intriguing conversation that I've had with my boy here, Mr. Rupert. I'm definitely looking forward to having more of these conversations in the coming future. And so thank you very much for tuning in to the C.A.L podcast, episode number 2.